Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Power Rangers Centurion, your favorite Wednesday festival of Power Rangers happening in Centurion Ridge. As always, we are blessed to be here thanks to the beauty of the Shadow of Nox TTRPG community and playing the Essence 20 Power Ranger TTRPG system. It's really cool. Today, specifically, if this is your first time, welcome. But if you are a fan of us that has come from the different places where we've been, please do stick around and watch during the break because we have some super new commercials about stuff that we're going to have in Shadows of Nox coming up in February. And I don't just mean the Power Ranger podcast, of which we're going to get episode 2. We're going to get season 2 released here shortly, I promise. But we've got cool things. I know that we love 10 Candles, but we've also got a Call of Cthulhu game coming up, which is super cool. And of course, we have this, everyone's favorite Wednesday night Power Ranger event for every other of your Wednesday. So let's go around the horn and see what people are doing as we head out of the cold, frigid month of January and into the soothing month of love, also known as February. So let's start with the Yellow Ranger, Leia, also called Katie, who is currently driving the van. Hello.
Am I? I don't remember driving the
Yeah,
van.
you were, because you shoot everyone out because there was the fake bee. And so
Yeah,
when Freddie fell asleep, you hopped in the driver's seat so you could drive the van.
gotcha. I clearly know what I'm doing. Hi, I'm Katie. I am known as Dungeon Mistress Katie on all of the things, all the internet spaces. And I will be playing in said Call of Cthulhu game, one of them. I don't know how many of them there actually are, but I'm in one of them. There's only one, so I'm in it. That's me. And also, I'm going to be in the Buffy game that's dropping on the 13th, so that's really exciting. I get to play a Slayer.
It's true. And
She's so
nothing
much
bad
fun.
happens to you at all in any way,
She
shape, or
is
form.
she is our Slayer, in fact.
I am. In fact, a Slayer. And John's full of shit because bad things happen.
Right.
First episode. My literal initial episode where no one else is around, bad shit happens to me. It's fine.
I know what you're talking about.
Outside of this channel, I am on D and Denial on Tuesdays and Shadowrun, and Saturdays playing Moonstone Matriarchy, which is D&D. And if I'm not on streaming, I'm probably singing. Right now, I'm just doing some production type stuff, not actually in a show. Oh no, that's not right. That's not true. I am in a show. I am in a show on the 3rd of February, if that's a Saturday. Yeah.
Yes, it is a Saturday. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm singing in that, and then who knows from there. But yeah, so that's me.
Fabulous. We're excited to have you here. We're going to hop on over to Eric from North Foundry, who plays Alex. Hello, welcome.
Hey, yeah, I'm Eric with Norse Foundry. I'm pretty much Eric Norse Foundry crew on everything. I actually branched out a little bit and was on a Shadowrun Learn to Play or something here on Shadow of Nox.
Yeah.
Well, it was a lot of talking and then a little playing. And so
we don't know when we're releasing that, but there is that potentially is getting released. I just haven't gotten to connect with that. But if you want to learn to play if you want to learn to play Shadowrun or just hang out with Eric and his really cool dice making company, that'll be coming up at some point.
Yeah, other than that, you can't catch me Sunday nights playing Deadlands because that's a private thing. We don't stream it. But other than that, I don't do a whole lot. But work.
I mean, you could be playing Call of Cthulhu on Sunday nights with us, but you're too good for us, so.
Well, I could, but.
If you, because I know we are heading into con season because we were talking about Gen Con before this, so if you end up finding out what your schedule is for what cons North Foundry is going to be at that you're going to be at, if you want to pass it along to Isabit so they can post that on the Twitch so people can meet everyone's favorite Black Ranger, you can totally do that.
Yeah, I think I'm doing a toned down one this year because I know I'm doing Gary Con in March, maybe Origins, definitely Gen Con, and probably Dice Tower in Orlando, and Unplugged maybe.
Cool.
Just because
Cool beans. Yeah.
finding a dog sitter is hard.
Oh, I love dogs. And of course, we'll move right along to Isabits, who looks like they're writing something down, which is why moving right to them while they're distracted, who is everybody's favorite tech person, favorite Blue Ranger, favorite Red Ranger, favorite Yellow Ranger.
Oh my gosh.
And going favorite Buffy witch, who is currently a witch of Buffy, and soon to be favorite Call of Cthulhu GM. What did they call GMs for Call of Cthulhu?
The Keeper.
The
Keeper.
Keeper. Favorite Keeper ever. Yes.
Oh goodness. Well, hi. I'm
So many hats.
I know. I'm Elizabeth or Isabits. I am all of those things. Starting February 4th, which is the first Sunday in February, is going to be our session 0 for Call of Cthulhu, where we will be creating character sheets and all of that fun stuff. And then we will be streaming every Sunday, except for the 18th, because 18th is part of our Buffy marathon that we're going to be having. That starts on February 13th, and it will be streaming every night on Shadows of Nox until the 18th. The 18th is the last one. 7 p.m. Central is when I'm gonna stream it every night. So make sure you're around for that, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, during our break today, make sure you stick around, because there's going to be a teaser in the commercials for it. Power Rangers podcast is going to be season 1. All of season 1 is on Shadows of Nox YouTube. Next Wednesday, I'm going to release a bunch of one-shots that we've did, both with the cast of the podcast and with other people. Katie was in 2 of them, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
So was Eric.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eric was in one of them, too.
That's
I was also in one of the one shots.
Okay, all of us were in the one-shots.
Wait, were you in one with me? Did I know? Have I forgotten?
No.
Have I lost?
He was in the one.
Yeah, you did a different one. Yeah,
Okay, good.
You were in it, yes.
I was gonna say I don't remember.
Yeah, no.
He was in that other
everybody
one.
was in them at some point.
No,
I'm
that's
also going to
exciting.
Except John.
release
John wasn't in them.
No.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, John wasn't in any of them. John is our Zordon. He's always our Zordon. He's our favorite Zordon.
Well, I mean,
And or Alpha.
after all the emotional damage, we'll see how much that holds.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be re-releasing the cast interviews that we did before or during season 1. So I'll be re-releasing those next week. And then season 2 will start coming out on Valentine's Day. And what else are we doing? I think that's all. I don't know if I forgot something. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but it's probably not important right now.
No, there's plenty of cool stuff, and if you want to keep abreast, we have the Shadow of Nox social media where I post stuff and ask questions like, "What's the creepiest basement that you know from pop culture?" Because basements are one of the most inherently creepy places in a home. That's just how it works. But yeah, join us at Shadows of Nox and keep invested. Like, if you want to do things like play a 10 Candles game, do a Learn to Play for Shadowrun, things like that, join us in our Discord. Any level of interest in the spooky, the spacey, the supernaturally, high or low fantasy. If you want to be a Death Hobbit, come and talk to us, and we'll figure. I don't know if a Death Hobbit is a thing, but we'll make it a thing. Like a hobbit, but they're dead.
A way that I could make a game that includes death hobbits, if I'm being serious.
I feel like if you had reanimated like zombies, but they're halflings, I think that would do it.
Nazgul hobbits.
Yeah.
Nazgul hobbits. So we're gonna keep in that vein. We're gonna move on to our Red Ranger Link, played by Grim, who is not an undead hobbit as far as I'm aware, but I could be wrong.
I am not an undead hobbit, although that seems like it might be kind of fun. I'm Grim on like all of the things. I don't have any social media. I just kind of hang out and play games with people. You can obviously catch me here on Wednesdays playing this. I will be joining the Power Rangers podcast starting with season 3. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, don't say what the title is yet, because
Oh no,
I'm
not even.
to know what the title is. So.
I'm
I thought
not.
the title was Link Joins Us.
No, I'm playing a different character for the for the podcast. Currently, every other Friday, you can catch me on Master of Rem playing Well of the Worlds. Unfortunately, due to scheduling issues, my regular Tuesday game has been pushed back. So I will not be sadly restarting Fallout this in February like I was planning to. But I will let people know what's going on there. And I'm planning to run something myself for Shadows of Nox, so keep an eye out for that. I've got some interesting ideas.
I also have an idea, so I would like to talk about some at one point.
Yes, we can talk more during the break and stuff. Yes.
Message me about that.
Yes.
Will do.
And of course, always everyone's John Blair's here as well. Everyone's favorite Pink Ranger who plays Brick and plays Felix, and is just amazing. Is here. Hello.
Hello,
John.
it's me, if you can believe it. Yes, my name is John Blair. You can find me as Chunky Love on most places on the internet. And I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be playing Felix Boucheron. And I am also excited to be coming back as Brick for the Power Rangers podcast season 3. Cannot wait for that. I think it's mildly ironic that season 2 is going to be releasing on Valentine's Day. If you know, you know. And so I'm excited about that, and I'm excited for our new opportunities with Shadows of Nox, and maybe I can play something that isn't a Pink Ranger. Who knows? But for the meantime, I'm happy doing that and happy being with you all tonight. So.
And we're happy to have you. Everyone's happy to be here, or at least they are. So, let's go ahead and go to the. I don't know why I can never remember how this works. My brain is made of Swiss cheese. But we have like a intro thing, right? And then we do. So let's go ahead and go to the intro screen. Let's rock it that way, and we'll see you in about a minute and some change. All right. So we will begin at the very beginning. No. So in the last episode, just to catch everyone up, because we weren't here 2 weeks ago, most of the team went to Infinite Value, the warehouse store that is sort of like the warehouse store we have in this universe where cost is co. But it's not, because it's a completely wholly different entity. But Felix did get left behind because everyone was getting ready to leave, because Freddie was very excited. Felix was having, well, no one could really tell what Felix was saying to Alpha, but they were having some kind of conversation in Felix's room. So it was either about the new power weapon that he had gotten, or he was asking Alpha questions, but it didn't seem pertinent to bother him. So we're going to start with Felix. I don't know if you'd like to have that conversation with Alpha, or if you'd like to just move right downstairs to Ernie. But let me know what you want to do. You have the floor,
Yeah,
Felix.
we can start with the Alpha conversation. I think that's a good place to start, if that's what I was doing in interim of the cost of the co.
Yeah. So basically, the way that Alpha and you have been Alpha has been communicating with the Rangers here. Is each of your little studio flat apartments, except for the one that Katie is not currently in because they went back to their that Leia is not in because they went back to their place that they had. You've got a TV in there, and that is how you can connect with Alpha via your morpher like a remote control. And you were able to get a hold of Alpha, and Alpha said, yes, hello, Pink Ranger. What can I do for you?"
Hello, Alpha. So I have some great news. I think you'll be excited. I came across this, and can I just like pull out the weapon and like, or do I have to be morphed in order to sort
You
of
have to
like
be morphed, but if
retrieve
you
it?
say, "I got a power weapon," he'll be like, "Oh, that's exciting," because he'll know what that is. So
Okay. My helmet told me that I received a power weapon. It told me it's called the Crescent Lance. Do you know anything about this?
Oh, oh, that's very exciting. Yes, I've been hearing from some rangers that you've been finding it. So it's kind of interesting because this isn't the way it happens for all ranger groups, but every ranger is supposed to have a power weapon that they connect with, and apparently yours were hiding all over Centurion Ridge, and so you found the Crescent Lance. Yes, it's sharp on one end, and it has like a little flower theme, and you can always attempt to upgrade that. We can see if we can make it more powerful, and then you'll be able to do more damage and save more people with it. Yes.
That sounds like something I would absolutely want to do. All these monsters are really getting on my nerves, so I'd like to kick as much butt as humanly possible. So, like, what are my options as far as maybe upgrading this weapon?
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. So it is a lance. So you could make it longer. You could give it a secondary power. You could. We have one person here in Angel Grove who she has a grappler and she lit it on fire. So you can add like an element to it, which is really neat. Yeah.
I think it's pretty long already. Maybe could I add some sort of poison element to it?
Oh yes, if you'd like to do like a poison tip damage on the sharp end, we can certainly make that happen for you. I do have to apologize. We've only got the one shade of pink, so if aesthetically you'd like more than one shade of pink, I'm not sure we can do anything about that. But yes, we can. We can put some poison damage. We can attempt to do it. It's a little
I
bit of a yeah.
Okay, I'm sure I'll be able to um I'm sure I'll be able to pretty this thing up on my own. But yes, if you could do some research as to maybe if how I can make it more add that if how I can make sorry, excuse me. If you could do some research as to how I could maybe add that ability to it, that would be great.
Oh, yes, we can definitely make that happen. So the one drawback of trying to make your make your power weapon better is that you're not able to try to make your power armor better, which is an option you have. You also do have the option to try to upgrade your Ridge Racer. So just so you know, have all that information, you can only upgrade one of them at a time, and it does take a little bit of Ranger energy to do that. But we can definitely try to put some poison on your Crescent Lance, and then it'll be even more your special weapon.
Alfie, you are saying exactly what I want to hear right now.
Oh, okay, good. I don't always do that. Sometimes I say things and
Oh, don't
people
get me
get
wrong.
worried when I
This is
say
the
things.
most helpful you've been this whole time.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
so thank you for that.
Yes, yes. I'm glad. It's nice to be helpful. All right. So out of alpha, I guess I'll say. So let's have you. I'm actually going to have you roll finesse, and your DC for the upgrade for the first upgrade is 10. So
All right.
basically, for upgrading a power weapon, you roll whatever you use for the power weapon, and if you succeed, then we'll find out.
Perfect. I'm excited to try. Ooh, that's a 20. I
That's a
did
20.
it.
It's great. Yes, there's no there's no bonus for rolling really well for doing this, but you will succeed. So basically now you'll roll a d20, and that'll be the amount of days it will take for that to take effect.
A D20.
Yes.
Sure. Did Roll20 have like a little bit of an update recently?
It did. It's weird. Do you see where the dice is now?
I did
Okay.
it. Yeah, it changed around a little bit. Okay, I got a 5 on the D20 roll.
All right. So that'll be 5 days so I will say from episode to episode because my brain is like every episode is about a week. So we'll say next episode that it's 5 days later and you'll end up having poison next time. Alpha says you won't really know if it works because it won't necessarily change the color, but you'll be able to tell if someone is poisoned. And then we can keep working on upgrading your things.
Alfie, thank you so much. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, I think I just heard my friends leaving.
oh,
Where are they going?
that's very exciting.
I guess they're going on
Yes.
an adventure without me, so I'll have
Oh,
to see what's up with that. But
yeah. Well, I've heard you have telephones where you can communicate with each other. That's what they tell me in Angel Grove. They have. Do you have the Groves app? That's what they tell me they use here in Angel Grove.
no, I don't have the Grove app. Um,
Oh, okay.
that's
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yes, you can definitely get going. I can answer any other questions you have quickly. Do you have any questions about being a Power Ranger? I know that I didn't explain everything to you because there's just some things I don't know either. But yeah, I will give you as much information as I have here. Yeah.
I think we're making it work. I think it's all sort of coming together. I did have one question. Do you guys have some sort of like I don't know, registry on like evil morphological beings and how long they've been terrorizing certain cities, perhaps?
I have a lore library here, and I can look up some of that, and I can try to see what I can find. Are you asking about? Oh dear, what's his name? Ivan Ooze, I believe, right? Yes, Ivan Ooze. That sounds correct.
Yes, Ivan Ooze.
Yes.
He's this really disgusting purple man that we have been fighting, and I would like to know how long he's kind of um, been on this planet. Seems like he's been causing this place a lot of trouble for quite a while. So I
He has. I can tell you in what little research I did, just so I could try to give you all the power that you would need when you were chosen. Um, the research I did, he's been around at least as long as Zordon and I have been here. Of course, we were refugees, of course, so it's not quite the same. But he developed from an egg. I did learn that, and I found that kind of interesting. So every now and then he does have to go into hibernation, which is something unique to him. I don't think we have another villain in any sort of book that comes from an egg. But yes, he's very eccentric and very gooey and not very nice.
yeah, I've noticed. And then I I think you mentioned something about um maybe a man that lives in where'd you say you were from? Angel Grove?
Angel Grove, yes, that's where the command center is. But you're too far away to teleport here. But we're still working on it. That's helping me to. That's the technology that's helping me to try to upgrade your present lance.
Great. Just wondering, do you guys wouldn't happen to know anything about like a family of sort of heavy set people that end up running small businesses that all sort of have the same name and look like each other?
Uh,
50. What does that roll for?
I was trying to decide how much he has. Alpha 5 thinks and goes, well, Power Ranger groups are known to have allies. I suppose it's possible that wherever Rangers are, there might also be allies, but I haven't heard of any that all that look alike, you said?
You know what? Maybe I should just do my own research on this one, Alpha. I appreciate everything you've done today, and hopefully you'll be able to do more in the future, because, you know, this, who knows how crazy this could all get. So,
Oh, I agree. Yes, it's also if you meet oh gosh, I guess I probably shouldn't tell you, but if you meet the man from the future in the Blue Ranger shoot, tell him that we say hello and we're working on it.
great. I just love when you hit me over, like when you just hit me with more stuff like this. Great. Listen, I gotta run. So I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, thank you. Yes, Felix, have a
Perfect.
good day,
Awesome. I'm gonna
and
hang
may
up
the
the
power
conversation
protect you.
before
You hang
I
up in the
even
middle of
finish it.
protect.
Absolutely. Okay.
Great, it's fabulous.
Um,
So yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that after that conversation, I'm gonna sort of collect my So I don't know what time of the. I'm guessing this is like in the morning or like afternoon.
It's
but I'm gonna
earlier in
sort
the
of-
morning, yeah. I want you to give me an
Cool.
alertness roll as you exit your room.
Great. Okay. This is gonna be bad.
I can hear it in John's voice. Oh yes, one of the things I don't have.
No,
Yeah, it's
alertness rolls are
not.
very common in this system, okay?
I know, but I personally. Oh, I did pretty well. I got a 17 on that one.
You hear laughter coming from Jules' room.
Oh.
Newspaper clipping laughing.
Well,
I don't know. Do you go into the room, Felix?
Oh, I don't know if I should do that. That seems like a little bit of an intrusion of privacy.
If it helps any with that 17, that is definitely Ivan Ooze's voice.
If he is breaking another one of my fucking computers.
Well, you have your brand new one with you, so it's okay.
I am going to. You know what? Let's live on the edge. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll try and sneak into Jules's room.
Jules, did you lock your door before you left for Infinite Value? Get your new laptop. You don't have the laptop here yet, by the way.
No,
You just
but the
have the old
desktop is still
computer.
there.
The desktop is still there. You're right.
No, I probably didn't lock my door.
Felix, you open the door, and yeah, so that newspaper where Ivan Ooze was in that weird little house on the prairie outfit and some kind of like weird salesman thing, that is definitely like laughing, and there are little purple sparks shooting out of it, but they're not going anywhere. But yes, definitely that picture of Ivan Ooze is laughing.
What is Ivan Ooze doing in the pic? He's just laughing. Is he like talking
like-
about anything? Is he in the middle of any sort of activity?
It seems like he's trying to fry the desktop computer. He's just far enough away that he can't seem to the purple lightning
To
is
it.
just a little spark, so it's not like there. But he's trying. He's giving the old college try. He's having a good time too.
Is there anything? Ooh, I have a great idea. Can I go?
I love Isabeth's face when you say, "I have a great idea."
Okay. Can I go down to the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Is Ernie there?
Ernie is there, and he has a line of mannequin heads set up on the front desk, and each one has like a wig on it, and he's got like a box of makeups in there, and he's just kind of cataloging stuff. Do you need him to not see you, or do you need
No,
him
he
to
can
like?
see me. I was gonna ask him if he has any if he has I'm sure the pawn shop has like artwork that they sell, perhaps.
They've got frames at least, if not artwork. They definitely have
I
frames.
was thinking about maybe one of those poster like tubes that you would like roll a poster and stick it in.
Ernie goes, oh yeah. We got a couple of those in the corner there by the coffee pot. Someone was trying to sell their artwork earlier. So yeah, we have a couple of kind of long cardboard tubes. Are you decorating your room?
Yeah, you could say something like that. And then I'm gonna like kind of look over at the mannequin heads and be like, don't you think this, with everything that's, things turning into I don't know if this is a good idea.
Oh well, I just if I'm gonna sell the wigs, then I have to have something to sell the wigs on. They don't look good otherwise. I'm sure it's fine.
You know what? I don't know if you need to sell this one. And is there anyone that is like extremely extravagant looking?
There is a blue bob wig that's hanging out in the middle.
Okay, can I pick that one up and then put it on Ernie's head? And I'm gonna say, ooh, Ernie, that looks good on you. You should be changing your name to Bob.
I don't think they'd like that at the family reunion, but I will bear that in mind. You're a weird one, aren't you?
Oh, they don't call me saucy for nothing. Can I grab that poster tube, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Thanks, you're such a doll. Okay, great. So I'm gonna take that poster tube and I'm gonna go back up to Jules's room. And I'm going to
Jules, someone is in your room. Your spider sense is tingling. No, not really.
And I'm going to pick up the newspaper clipping.
Ivan stops laughing and is now staring at you. You have his attention.
Well, look who we have here. You having fun in this? What is this, like an alternate dimension or something?
He tries to shoot you with purple sparks, but they don't go anywhere.
Oh, great. Okay. You know what? I just don't think you should be out here trying to fry our only technical experts stuff anymore. So I think we're gonna just, we're gonna put you away for a little while, and I'm gonna roll him up, and I'm gonna stick him in the tube.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to maybe get some tape or something and just tape that thing up.
Okay. I will let you do all this. The question is, where are you putting it after you've accomplished this tubular prison for newspaper ooze?
Where am I putting him? I mean, I guess I could leave him in the room, but then Jules would probably be like, what is this tube doing in my room? So maybe I'll just ask for forgiveness and not for permission later.
That's fine. You don't
So
know
I
yet,
might
but
just-
Felix is now her favorite person because he saved her computer.
So I think I'm gonna maybe keep it with me in my room until it has become aware to Jules that Ivan is no longer messing with her stuff.
Okay. Jules, just so you know, when you discover this is the newspaper that was taken from the Historical Society that you stole from the Historical Society.
Borrowed. I
Joel.
borrowed it.
Stole.
I borrowed
It's
it.
If
stolen
you took
until you give it back.
without, yeah.
Um,
Just to let you know, but yes. So you do all this. Is there anything else you want to do before you head back downstairs?
In Jules's room, I don't really feel like Felix has the snooping ability to kind of like do anything technical, and I don't think he would do that in general. I don't know what his goal would be in doing anything else, so I don't think so. I think he's
Okay.
gonna just take the poster tube and maybe head back downstairs.
You head back downstairs. You're at the top of the stairs, so Ernie can't see you yet and hasn't heard your feet. You hear him, though, on the phone. He goes, I'm not sure, but I'm going to find out. And then he puts the phone back down as you descend on the stairs. And he goes, oh, hey, did it work, whatever you were working on, kiddo?
Yeah,
Kiddo.
I just
Kiddo
needed
feels
to.
weird. I'm not going to call you kiddo anymore. That's weird.
Yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't want you to call me that either.
No, my cousin in Angel Grove does that all the time. He calls like the people that come to patronize his business kiddos, and it's like it's already weird that you're like the family uncle to like 400 people. You don't need to do that. It's too much. He does too much. It's too much.
You have quite a entrepreneurial type family then, huh? You guys do a lot of
Yeah, we're all in competition with like my great uncle, who's like the best Santa that ever was. Very annoying. We're all kind of in competition with him.
great. Great.
Yeah.
Um
So
okay.
how are you doing with all the weirdness here in Centurion Ridge? It's yeah, like
All right, Ernie,
you doing
I
okay?
listen, yeah, I'm doing great. We're doing as well as we can, all right? Um
Yeah.
but we're dealing with it. And once again, I would like to just thank you for giving us this space to live and stay safe. So thank you for that. Listen, I have a question for you. And
24. Haha.
oh, that's a good one.
No.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That killed him
It
down
is
at town hall.
it has come to my attention that you possibly know something that me and my friends are trying to keep sort of a secret.
I mean, it's possible y'all aren't very quiet when you're upstairs. So like anything is possible. Like as long as you're not trying to like make something illegal upstairs. I try not to eavesdrop, but it's always be a little quieter, I guess, upstairs.
You know what? I will keep a mental note of how loud some of us are being. But listen, I want you to know that we just started doing this stuff, and we might not be that good at it now, but we're gonna be. I think we're gonna get pretty good at it soon. So, just if you have any information about any of the stuff that's going on around here, especially with with like this big evil purple guy, just wondering if
Yeah, the news calls him Ivan. Well, he called himself Ivan on the phone. They called him Ivan Ooze, so they gave him like a last name. I don't know if that's what he goes by, but as far as I understand, his name is Ivan Ooze.
right,
You know,
Ivan Ooze.
yeah.
So yeah, like if you, I don't know, back during your glory days of being a man
Never
of
been
the
a silver
people,
servant before. If you call him Glory Days, you've never been a silver servant before, clearly.
no, Ernie, I really want this to kind of be a beneficial relationship for the both of us. And I'm not sure this bickering back and forth is really helpful to that. So I'm just going to say this outright. If you have any information that you feel like would help us, help you, and help the town that you care about, I think you should be willing to share that. If you
I want you to
don't
give
feel
me
that
a
way,
persuasion roll while you're doing
I'd
doing
love
this.
to. I would love to do that. 16.
16. So yes, please continue with the diatribe of if you don't feel you should do that. I apologize. You're getting a good head of steam, and I'm interrupting you here.
It's okay. If you don't feel like you want to do that, by all means. But me and my friends, we're here to help. And I think based on what I've learned so far, we might have the ability to help this place with whatever it's been going through for however long it's been going through it. So once again, you don't have to do it with me if you don't want to. There's the other 4 that are much more likable. But if you would, I would appreciate that, and I'm sure they would as well.
Ernie looks at you and goes, "It's not about likability. If you're serious about what you're doing, likability is not going to get it done at the end of the day."
Ernie, you don't know me very well. And honestly, a lot of people in Centurion Ridge don't. I have been sort of a recluse in my short but eventful life. And I've been through my fair share of things. And one thing that I am definitely not is unserious about the things that I care about and do. So I just don't like to dilly-dally around things. So I like to be more direct. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now. But yeah, listen, once again, I appreciate everything you've done for us. And I truly do hope, and I think it's possible that we'll have the ability to do what we want to do here. So I know likability may not get me far in that sort of sense, but nothing I do is. I may be jovial, I may jest, I may joke, I may come across as like I'm not super serious about things because I've had difficulties in the past. And that's the way I cope with things. I'm sure you have your own ways of coping with things that you've been through as well. But yeah, so just between us, and that honestly, I really don't have any much else to say. But I just want you to know that we're here, and we have been given an opportunity to help, and I think we'll do that to the best of our ability.
I appreciate that. I have a question for you, Felix. Did you come here, or were you born here?
I think, out of character for a second, I think when I originally made my character sheet, I stated that he has been here his whole life, but I think I might want to not have that because I haven't really made any connection with any of the things that the other people that have been here for longer than I have had. So
Yeah.
I think I might change that aspect of my character to sort of being like a transplant that has moved around a lot.
So telling Ernie that you moved around a lot, and he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Did you feel pulled here?"
Hold. Yes and no. I felt this was the place. I mean, I like a larger metropolitan area. So I felt like this place could be a good fit for me. So I decided to come here and try and roll the dice.
Please take
they say.
a story point for a dice.
Thank
pun.
you. Thank you so much. So yeah, I do sort of feel drawn to this place, maybe before so, and now especially with everything that's been going on.
Ernie kind of leans in on the desk and goes, "No, it's not what I'm asking. If we're going to be serious about this, were you called here? Were you pulled here by something?"
Ooh. I don't have this ability that I wish I had right now to ask you a question.
I want you to decide in character if you feel like you were or not. It does not necessarily affect this conversation in further aspects, but
Okay. Can you give me just a second?
Yeah.
To dwell, perhaps?
I'll give you a second to dwell, because I will also give you this. We'll come back to you. But as you are thinking about how to respond, Ernie holds up 5 tickets for the Enchantress Theater's midnight mystery showing and puts them on the desk. And we're going to leave that there for this morning, because you're either you or Ernie is going to get a call after everything that happened in Infinite Value. And we're going to fast forward a little bit to all the people in the van after Freddie has passed out. And he said, tell Ernie it's worse than we thought. Now, Leia, you're in the front desk. You're driving now because you got everyone out to deal with the fake bee. You took the pictures of the hollowed out side of the van where there's like the extra like Charlie Day board going on. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, and a lot of people seem to know things or know half things, and you don't necessarily feel like you're in danger. But with Freddie, like, not unconscious, they're just very tired. So that was a chance for, even though Felix isn't here, you can ask Felix opinions later, but this is the first chance you've had where you know you're not being watched or listened to, because you specifically know there are, or either you or Jules knows that there's cameras and microphones in the main places at the pawn shop. But we can think about for a moment. We'll take our we'll take our 10-minute break so that cameras can be realigned, and so that you can all think about what you want for your conversation, and so everyone can watch the cool new commercials that we have, along with the cool one I made like a month ago. But yeah, we'll see you in 10 minutes. Enjoy the commercials, and hopefully they'll make you salivate for more happening at Shadows of Nox. We'll see you in 10. Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the commercials, and if you didn't get a chance to see them, you can always join us every other week for Power Rangers Centurion, or whenever our live games get uploaded to our YouTube page, if that is something we have in the works. I haven't actually discussed that with anyone, but they'll be there too for you to enjoy, and you can always check out what we're doing just on social media again. So while Ernie and Felix are kind of having a not conversation, because people aren't saying all the things, which is just like what happens in the movies, and we're going to hold for just a second.
We lost Felix again.
Are our cameras still okay? Because
Yep.
we were going to have the van. Okay, so our cameras are still okay. So we'll just go to the van conversation.
I am so
And so
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
no, you're fine. So Freddie has fallen asleep, and his last words were, "Tell Ernie it's worse than we've thought." Now, each one of you in this van have some form of information you've discussed with each other, or something you now know. Perhaps notes, perhaps receipts, perhaps quandaries. Now is probably the first time you've had where you can actually talk freely without anything surveilling you.
So that what do we think that meant? What's worse? What's worse? And why is it
Bad
making me
guys.
panic? I need
Look, your guess is as good as mine. Just asking the question.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm driving. I can't go. Um. No, I'm worried. I'm worried. Like that freaked me out right there. What does he mean it's worse? Like that seemed, I don't want to say normal, but that seemed like the same kind of level of batshit that we're used to. So what do we think he means?
Well, they were using poison gas in
Oh,
the value place. I hate that place, by the way. Should never go back. This just proves
Infinite
that Dylan have it
value,
all.
where your infinite dreams are taken care of.
Just should never go there. This proves that it's evil and aligned with Mr. Purple.
yeah. Guys, what do you think? I'm starting to panic, starting to freak out.
Okay, maybe we should pull over if the driver's panicking.
Someone else could drive. That's fine. I
mean, I don't think that we should panic yet. I think that we should wait and get back to the pawn shop and maybe talk to Ernie. I think we need to talk to Ernie.
We do. We're gonna need to go back to the theater too.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. You'd think as the person who's lived here his entire life, I'd have a better idea of what my town's been going through. Because this is not new. This seems like a problem that's been going on for generations now. And
Give me a. By the way, Felix, you should change what your culture specialization is. Give me a cultural link.
You want
Link
me
is-
to give you a culture roll, or
No, sorry, I was just looking at Felix. You should change your specialization.
I should? I just
If
saw that.
you
I should
felt
change
called-
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But Link, give me a cultural or something about history.
well, I got a 15 with my culture roll.
That's more than enough. There's a reason you don't know, and it's just occurring to you now. There are spots of history in Centurion Ridge that you are not taught in school, like stuff that is glossed over, and you're thinking about the idea of things you should know, something that feels like it should have been taught to you. And there's like a sin of omission sort of thing, like someone has purposely not told you something. And it's because we did this at the end of last episode. So that actually, because I'm going to give you this with 15. So you were driving. Did you give Leia? Did you give your phone to anyone with the pictures you took of what was in the van?
haven't yet, but that was kind of a thought that I would do.
Whoever is driving, there is a bump in the road, and Leia, your phone goes out of your hand and it lands right next to Link.
Okay, I thought you were going to say it goes out the window. I'm like, God damn it!
No, it does that thing where you hit the pothole and you were holding
Okay.
the thing, but it wasn't so secure, and it bumps until it lands right next to Link.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you dropped your phone.
It's fine. Do me a favor, open it up. The passcode is like 2365. Look at my photos.
2365 is.
It's not my actual pin code, so I don't really care. Like,
I-
it's not this one, so that's all that matters. And yeah, so look at my pictures and show the other guys, because it's there.
Sure.
It's right now. It's this situation that's in this panel over here. It's the whole thing, so you're not just like digging and so if Freddie wakes up, he doesn't know we're digging in his van situation. But yeah, that and those pictures that's there, and I don't know why. He has a lot of obituaries, which I find very disconcerting, and also the fact that you aren't talking. Why are you not talking? You're freaking me out, man. Not you. You've been talking a lot.
I don't know who you're. I don't know who you're. I don't know who you're talking.
She's just saying that in general.
No, I'm not. I just have forgotten what Eric's
She's talking to me,
is.
but
I am, but my brain.
I'm just listening to you guys all ramble and watching you panic while you're driving and probably going to kill us all. So don't
I'm
worry
not gonna
about
kill you. But you've been very quiet. So what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What have you seen?
it. I told you what I know, that Ernie knows, that we know that he knows.
We talked about that.
So-
like
Right.
it feels
So
like
what else
3 or
am I
4 weeks ago.
What else am I supposed to know?
I don't know. I don't know. You weren't with me until the bad accent and the scary big pterodactyl bird things, and you weren't. I just don't know. I don't know what you know, and I'm trying to figure out if you know something that I don't know. But look at the pictures.
I am. I mean, he's going to show the pictures around, by the way.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So, Link, there is a pattern. And you are hyper-focused, which is why I'm going to give you this with a 15. These obituaries, these pieces of newspaper that are inside of this van hidden, are stuff that you purposely, like, these are years that are like, and nothing happened in these years. Like, when you're taught the history of Centurion Ridge, it's like a class in town where they're like, this is the industry we had. You know, these are all the wonderful things we've done. Almost every single obituary is about the middle of a package of years where all of your teachers claimed nothing happened. And what's more interesting is, as you're starting to read the obituaries, it feels like they are grouped together with a purpose. The people that have died around the same time. It's always a group of 5.
Oh, man.
What do you see? What do you notice? What are you noticing? What's going on?
There are... How often does this happen? Like, do they have dates, right?
Every 40 years. As far back as the newspapers you've got.
Is it 40 years ago? Like, is this the 40?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What was the most recent?
The next 40th.
I'm not saying anything about the 40 years. It's like, I think I might see a pattern. Let me confirm it before I say anything.
Let me confirm it with this. Definitely not
So
this
here's
other
the tough
overlord.
thing to confirm.
5, carry the
The only
2.
person that knows for sure hasn't noticed yet. You don't have enough information to confirm the most recent, because that information is being held by a person that doesn't know they're holding that information yet.
I mean, so it looks like it's like every 40 years there's some major event in Centurion Ridge, but I remember taking these classes and distinctly being told Centurion Ridge was uneventful that year, or something similar.
Are these people that like nobody? This sounds so awful. I'm sorry. Are these people that nobody cared about?
I don't know these people. Like,
Okay.
I know, so like the town keeps track of like the big names, like the people who come out of Centurion Ridge with some big invention or something groundbreaking that will help the lives of people, you know. But I've never heard of any of these people.
Do they share any surnames or anything like that?
Not surnames, just a very, very particular number.
Oh, you haven't told what it is yet.
Yeah, 5.
Sorry. 5.
5.
Oh, so like you mean 5 people every time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all of them are locals. Some of them are, from what I can tell, transplants. Some of them are like recent moves.
I will give you this as well for you to pass along, Link. None of them die like they all die, but none of them die in a gruesome manner. It's always like passed away in a house fire. It's not sanitized, but it's almost like the word ritual comes to mind.
It's not explained away like, oh, it was just a gas leak.
Just a gas leak.
So, question. One of the things I want.
Interesting thing to say.
One of the things that I want to look at is what Link is thinking of, because he's watched lots of like kung fu movies, and usually when there's like a group of like heroes in a kung fu movie where like one guy ends up like surviving out against all odds, like they do really well, and then like one guy dies, and then rapid fire they start dying after that. Does it look like that's what happens with these people? Like they all die like really quickly, one right after another.
They die on the same day?
They die on the same day or thereabouts. Like a 24-hour period. Jules.
Oh man.
Give me a technology roll.
I don't like
I'd love
cults.
to give you a technology roll.
Yeah, this is it's every 40 years, and they usually die within a day of each other. Once one goes, the rest of them go.
Okay, but we know there's a cult here. Are they a scary cult that kills people, sacrifices them to their scary gods?
They might be a cult to the group of. No, I think they're a cult to the group of 5 people. Otherwise, why would they have had the drill sword thingy?
The what?
The drill sword thingy.
If it's not the satellite dish, I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't remember. It doesn't. It's fine.
I'm refraining from making the big black tool joke.
Thank you. We are on a mature channel, but I appreciate that. So, Jules.
Yes.
This is a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a pattern is because you're a scientist. This is a very obvious pattern.
Right.
And now it makes sense. When you went into the newspaper room, everything was scattered. Either someone was looking for this pattern, had found it, or was trying to keep you from finding it. Not you expressly, but it's a pattern that someone is trying to keep hidden from people finding, and either didn't want you to find or wanted to make sure it took you as long as possible to make this connection.
So listening to them go back and forth, that hits her, that's what's going on, and that's why the newspaper room was the way it was. And she kind of like sits up and then like absently smacks at Link. Hey, that's why the newspaper room was so messed up. Somebody is trying to keep people from figuring this out.
Link, those smacks are very strong, by the way. She was very animated about it.
He's a tough guy. I say he's a tough guy. It hurts, but he's pretending it doesn't. I mean, that would make sense. If we can match up the date with the clipping you have with some of these, we might be able to. Are any of the pictures, I'm assuming, are all in black and white?
Yeah, the pictures on the phone are in black and white. A couple of them are in color, but it's like blurry because the pictures were taken quickly. But
Right. So
eventually
what
they
I'm
do
looking
bring
for
in,
is what I'm looking for is 5 particular colors in the ones that are there.
Which of your
you're
characters
not
is
that
colorblind?
lucky. You are not that lucky.
What was
Okay.
the woman's name from the newspaper room? The one that banned me. What was her name?
Well, her name is Emma, and she's the receptionist.
Right.
You mean for
for
stealing from them?
Borrowing.
I would
stealing,
Borrowing.
taking
Borrow.
with intent to steal.
Borrow. So she's like starts smacking at Link again, and I wonder if Emma's involved in it. She's evil. Maybe that's why she banned me from the newspaper room.
doesn't like when you steal shit from her. Okay,
I
that doesn't
didn't.
make her evil.
I didn't steal it. I borrowed. I'm gonna take
How
it
would
back.
you know?
She
Okay,
should
maybe
know
she'll be
I'm
nice
a
to you
good.
then.
I'm a good girl. She should know that.
How would she know that? I
I've
love
never
you.
I've never caused any
Look.
problems before.
She walked
Until
in.
you stole.
We walked
And
into the
when-
room and it was trashed. And while we were trying to clean it up because somebody else trashed it, that's
Clean it
probably where we made the mistake because we should have told her it was trash when we walked in. She blamed us for trashing the room. That's where the problem came in. And since she had one of the clippings in her hand, she just decided to borrow it until we could return so she could give it back.
Thank
all
you.
I'm saying is that your logic of she should know that I'm a good person because I've never done anything bad also holds up to every single serial killer was a good person until they killed their first person. So all I'm saying,
Everybody in prison is innocent.
yeah,
I would
exactly.
argue he was not a nice person before he murdered people in that hotel.
I don't like any of
Fair,
you anymore.
but the world
Link
doesn't know
Link
that.
is my favorite now. He is now my favorite.
Hey, you like things that are logic. I'm just giving you logic to know that your logic is flawed. Okay,
My logic is never
I'm helping
flawed.
you.
Anyway, I think maybe Emma could possibly know about this. I mean, she does work in the newspaper office. She is a receptionist there. Maybe she knows, or maybe somebody else knows. I wonder if there's any way we can figure out who was in the room before us. Were there cameras? I don't think there were cameras.
You didn't look for cameras, but that does not mean they were not there.
When we get back to the pawn shop, I can maybe try to hack in and see if maybe there's cameras. Maybe we can find out who was in the room before us.
I imagine there probably were cameras. That feels like a thing.
Oh no. Maybe there's not cameras in the room though. Jules is just now realizing maybe she was caught on camera.
Oh, Alex, do you think Ernie is part of that cult that lives in the sewers?
No, we'd probably smell it on him.
He'd probably smell like sewage. Maybe they have a Febreze for that.
Very strong.
Do I think he's part of it? No. Do I think he's involved with it somehow? Absolutely.
I think he knows at least.
Maybe he encourages it.
Murder?
Are you all
Wow.
Are you all ready to do you all want to confront Ernie? Is anyone going to try to smooth things over? Is anyone going to text Felix and let them know that you're returning?
Jules
And let them know what happened at Infinite Value, because they just know that you left. They don't know where you went or when's you're returning, or if you're returning. Maybe you were raptured. Who knows?
Jules will text him and say, "Hey, we ran out. I needed a new laptop. Weird things happened, but we're on our way back. We'll be back soon, and I'll tell you about it when we get there."
Felix, you get this text as just because I want to get everybody back into the same time. Essentially, you essentially get this text as Ernie is asking you, "Were you called here?"
Noticing that Ernie is
He's like hyper focused on you right now. It's not very
Yeah,
subtle. This is the least
right.
subtle thing he's ever said.
So I am going to. So Felix is gonna say, now that I sort of think about it, I do feel like I was drawn here. I think we were all maybe drawn here for a reason, to help. And he's gonna notice the tickets to the theater,
To the Enchantress. That's the name
to
of
the
the theater.
Enchantress, and
Ernie just
he's
lets
gonna
out like a sigh as well as you answer, and he goes, "All right, fine." Uh, it's a double feature midnight mystery showing. If a group of people together is going to get Ivan's attention, it would be good to go there. If the Power Rangers need to be there to protect people, it's always good to go where there's groups. And his tone is very downturned as he says this.
I'm gonna reach across the counter and sort of put my fingertips on the envelope of tickets and going to slide them towards myself and just say thank you, and take those.
Give me an alertness roll. I know that you claim to not be very good at these, but give me an alertness roll anyways.
Okay. I think when I got level 3, you gave me a PowerPoint in smarts, so I think I added that to alertness because
you're level 4. You got a point in something for level 4 too. So you're
it was toughness. I made myself a little more athletic. I got a 16 on that.
There is because I cannot remember if you were how much information you got from Alex, but there is a tattoo outlined in gold on Ernie's arm. But he covers it up fairly easily after realizing that tattoo is peeking out from underneath his shirt, from his arm.
So I noticed his tattoo is what you're saying?
You notice a little bit of it. It's this kind of black and gold stripe.
He knows it's there because we had that conversation right after.
Yeah, I remember Alex talking
Yeah.
about the tattoo stuff.
Yeah, because you were the
I
first
think
person
also, I think I
to
was
about it.
present for that too. I think.
Well,
I think I was
we
there.
had Ernie and I had the conversation after you left, but then
okay.
you and I had the conversation about what happened.
Gotcha.
I can't remember
Okay,
if you
so
saw the tattoo though. That's the thing I can't remember. So I'm giving you that piece of information about the tattoo just in case I didn't, so you have some context.
More phenomenal.
I can't remember. I need you as well to give me a culture roll, Felix.
I'd love to do that. Oh gosh. Okay. Great. Oh dang. Never mind.
Are you going to keep that 3?
No. Okay. I have. So you told me for level 4 I could pick a general perk, and I picked adolescent attitude, which gives me the ability to re-roll ones on social skills or roll a D2 of a skill you don't have any points in.
Yeah.
And even though culture is a smarts, I'm wondering if you'd be willing to allow me to use that reroll, or I just use a story point.
Do you have a lot of story points, or is it?
I have story points. I can use them. I use story points.
Let's have you go through some story points so that you can get out from underneath the horde, as it were, I suppose.
Well, that's much better. That's a 20.
Yes. All right. As you head back up to your room, everything is fine.
Great. I don't know if I'm going to go up to my room. I
Okay.
think I might have gotten the text that they're coming back, and maybe I
Yeah.
will sort of wait for them near the garage.
Jules, did you like capitalize weird, underline it? Was it like italicized, or were you just like weird things?
Oh yeah, no, she definitely like italicized it all in caps, weird, uh, just to make sure that he knows that it was not like normal weird stuff. It was like Power Ranger weird stuff.
For
As
our
opposed
Did
to
you use any
regular weird
emojis?
stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be regular weird stuff. You never know.
I am going to text back. I'm going to say that can't wait to hear about the weird stuff. And then I'm going to say I also found some information from our landlord / Ernie.
Your land, Ernie.
Land
Land
Ernie.
Ernie, as opposed to our sea Ernie.
Look,
Our
if this
sea
was on a
Ernie.
cruise, he would be your sea Ernie. Yes,
He would be
I
our
can't
sea
wait
Ernie.
for
your
Can't wait for when
Princess
we-
Shea Ernie. If
Our
we were doing
Royal
well.
Caribbean Ernie.
Royal Caribbean Ernie.
Sea Ernie is on the 9-month cruise.
That's fabulous.
Funny.
I try.
Yes. All right, so let's unless somebody wants to take the van to another location. By the way, is anyone going to let Ernie know what Freddie said as you're approaching, or prepare Felix for the fact that Freddie is currently passed out unconscious and is now snoring in the van? It kind of sounds like he has like a little thing in the back of his throat.
Link wants to see
Not a good snore.
his reaction in real time, so he wants to avoid saying anything until they get there.
Felix, when they open the van, you see Freddie. Is your first thought, did they murder Freddie?
He wouldn't stop singing.
Oh my god,
Temporary
so bad.
insanity.
What happened here?
I told you weird things happened.
Cults and conspiracy boards and
Satellite dishes and cereal boxes.
satellite dishes and cereal boxes, yeah, and big bird type things that tried to kill us, and the person that tried
Poison gas in the vents.
They're going through all this, and then Jules holds up her laptop. But I got a new laptop.
Yeah, she got a new computer, but also poison gas and satellite dishes.
We need to talk to Ernie. Let's drag.
And five people getting murdered and or sacrificed every 40 years. It's a lot of things.
Let's bring him inside.
Okay, yeah, let's get him out of here. I'll help. I'll help carry Freddie to wherever we're taking
Jules
him.
is gonna lean over to Leia and say, "Do you think maybe we should all go upstairs and fill in Felix and maybe compare notes before we approach Ernie, so we're all on the same page?"
You're probably right.
We might want to tell Ernie the thing that the cryptic thing that Freddie said before he passed out.
I mean, why don't we as a team have a conversation, and we can let Ernie know what we decide Ernie needs to know for Ernie's own safety.
The second you enter, by the way, with Freddie that way, Ernie is weirdly spry. Like, he doesn't like vault over the counter, but like he's around the counter where he goes, "Oh no, oh that's bad, Freddie, are you okay, Freddie?" He gets like that weird thing when you like tout someone's cheap, like when they fainted. But Freddie doesn't. Never works. Is he okay? Did he get like trampled at infinite value? He got trampled there once. It wasn't great. He didn't get trampled, did he?
No, he didn't get trampled.
Oh, okay, good. Because he has a thing about like after I think he wanted to get like 4 rotisserie chickens after he like got his like. Did he get his stuff signed? Because I don't want to have to hear about it if he didn't get his stuff signed.
No, they kind of left. When the crowd got unruly.
Oh, All right. Well, we got. I guess we can put him in one of the rooms upstairs, Tilly. I'll get him some water and something to eat. Did he say anything to you? Is he okay? This is wasn't
You know
his
what?
blood sugar, was it?
No, it wasn't his blood sugar.
Okay.
How about we'll take him up to the empty room and get him situated, and you keep watch down here, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I'll close the gate behind you. Yeah, just be gentle with him. He's excitable, but he's a good kid.
Mhm.
As you walk away, like Ernie's gaze does not move off of Freddie. Anyone that's like looking at Ernie, like his gaze is like directly on Freddie, but it's a very like earnest, worried look.
Jules will look at Ernie and say, "We'll take care of him. It's okay."
All right. All right. Now you are upstairs now.
So what happened? And please don't talk all at once. I really don't have the capacity for all that.
Okay,
So,
I'll start.
Yeah.
We, because of a sale that Jules saw on one of the newspapers, Jules said we should go to Infinite Harassment to go buy a laptop. And Freddie wanted to go because his favorite cereal mascots were having a signing. I don't know why they forced me to go, but I went anyway. Once we got there,
Moral support.
Infinite Harassment. Anyway, moving on. Once we got there, Freddie went to go get his thing signed. I went with Jules to go get the laptop. I don't know where anybody else went. But people started going crazy for the deals. And I mean, crazy for the deals, like fighting each other, biting, and etc. And like this one lady tried to wrestle the laptop that Jules got from her arm, saying it was for her granddaughter, and some other stuff. And then she went into incoherent babbling. Which, by the way, we met a girl who did the thing with the silver.
the thing with the silk.
Yeah.
The thing with the silver, where they silver.
You know how we like at the beginning. I don't know about you, but like when I like first something weird yellowy started happening, like I had some sparks and shit. That thing, silver happened with some girl at scary place.
Do we think that's like one of? Do you think there's another color?
I mean, that's what
maybe.
Another
Freddie
Okay.
said something along those lines. He said there's another suit.
Anyway, so we went back. We went to rescue this girl, and we found a satellite dish in a cereal box.
Yeah.
Out of TGM, I hate that you're calling the Kingdom Stutter a satellite dish, because that makes it seem like it's. I don't know. It's fine.
Well, it's
Link
yeah.
thinks
By satellite
Link
dish, you
hasn't
mean like a real satellite dish,
No,
or do you mean like
it's
one of these
no.
mystical
It's
weapons?
a
that we've
weapon.
all been
It's my
playing?
weapon. It's my weapon now.
It was
It
the
just
prize
so-
in the cereal box.
It was.
Well,
it was in a Lucky Charms box or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. All right. Can I finish? I was making the joke that it was a satellite in a cereal box because when we're not all colorful, they look like toys. So it looked kind of like a cereal box toy. Moving on. We went to the back. There was Scary Crow people in the back, and they were like using the air ventilation system to circulate evil purple gas into the Infinite Harassment. And
this
yes,
is
no,
what was
Link. By the way,
making
Link is
everybody-
purposely he's purposely misnaming this door.
This is and so the gas is probably what was making the people crazy, like all the other purple stuff we've seen has been doing.
Correct. Now we also found out that the pictures aren't great, but he's gonna like unlock. Unless Leah's taken her phone back, Link's gonna unlock Leah's phone.
No,
and hand
she
it
has.
to-
She absolutely has
Okay.
by now. But she will show the thing. She'll show the pictures, but she can't. Yeah.
Yeah. So Leah found in in Freddie's truck evidence of some stuff, and then Link's going to go over essentially the conversation that we had in the van with Felix. That way, we're not having to rehash the entire conversation again.
Great. Okay.
Too much exposition.
Cool. So
Officer
just
Lockstop.
wanted to let you guys know. I kind of talked to Ernie about us. It's obvious that he knows stuff about what's going on. So I figured I would just give him the option that if he wanted to help us, we would appreciate that. And then he started getting really sort of hyper focused on if we were all drawn here or called here, if we felt like we were called to this place, like, I don't know, extraterrestrially or like superstitiously.
I've lived here my entire life. Like, I was born here, raised here, and I don't know. I think the rest of you are like transplants, right?
Yeah, but like, Evelyn came here first, and I came along with her. So unless she was a ranger back in her day,
No, that's what I'm saying. Is
I've been here a couple of years.
but you're all transplants. Like, that's one of the things that I thought was weird.
I've been
I'm-
used to them all.
Right, I'm the only one that's been here from like day one. Like, day one, I was here, and
no, I get that. But his whole like, were you called or were you born here thing, it doesn't hold water when one of us came here simply because she had an older person who needed someone to live with her.
But
So
Do you-
I
neither?
don't know. Maybe it's some sort of like cosmic thing. Like, why were we all in the same place and we all got these weird powers at the same time? Like, isn't that kind of like coincidency?
I'm
Even
sure
if
that
we
it's
all sort of
fates.
came here at different times, I
Mhm.
guess it makes sense that like we all sort of ended up here. And you were saying like people die every 40 years?
yeah.
5 of them?
And every year that we have records for based on these pictures, I was told growing up nothing happened. There was no major events, no breakthroughs. Even years where there was supposed to be a mayoral election, there's always some sort of weird excuse as to why the mayor kept going.
And you didn't think that was
didn't-
weird?
I mean, if you grow up here, why would that seem weird?
Oh, I guess.
Didn't Ernie mention something about running for mayor? Didn't he? I thought he
Was it
did.
like, didn't we see like a picture or something?
We did see somebody saw a picture of him standing
It
with
was-
Ivan, if I remember correctly.
No, he was Employee of the Month. That was the picture you stole from the Historical Society. Another thing you stole from the Historical Society.
You're such a
But
klepto.
he did. Well, actually, I think it was either Link or Alex that stole the picture. It wasn't.
Link did not take anything from the Historical Society.
I
think
just
I
ended
took-
up with it.
I took the Employee of the Month picture.
Someone stole the Employee of the Month picture. But Ernie has mentioned he ran for mayor when he was younger, but it was like an unsuccessful run.
Right.
And he basically said that he felt the civic calling, as it were.
Mhm.
And somebody's trying to keep us, or not necessarily us, but somebody is trying to keep this from getting out, because I think that's why the newspaper office was ransacked the way that it was. I think somebody got there
So
before
it's
us
like-
and was trying to stop us from finding out.
There's like lost history. Like
Yeah.
a lost era.
I would say more like buried history, because lost would indicate that it kind of happened naturally, but buried, it feels more like conspiracy. Like the because the things in the red and the things, the
You
cult.
guys didn't happen to run into the cult people again, did you?
No, not that we know of.
I was thinking about this. They live in like the sewers, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they
And-
live there, but that's where we found them.
Right. And I just remembered, don't we have like direct access to the sewer system of
Through the bowling alley.
Centurion Ridge through Freddy's hole, the bowling alley?
Okay, all right. So I feel like we need to talk to Ernie because Freddie said something that I kind of glossed over, and I've been avoiding this whole time, and I wanted to see his reaction in real time.
Why do you think I've been panicking? Why do you think I've been panicking?
Right. So let's go talk to Ernie. And Felix, I want you to watch him carefully because you're not going to know what's going to come out of my mouth, and you're the one who's going to be able to give us the most unbiased opinion. I think.
Do we ever really know what's going to come out of your mouth at any given
No.
time? No, we don't.
I'll meet you guys down there. I wanna see if I can get to hack into the historical society. I want to see if I can see if there's cameras that I can look at from the day that we were there.
Okay.
So I'll meet you guys down there. And then I'll be up here with Freddie just in case Freddie needs anything.
Worst case scenario, they'll make you pay a fine. You'll have to do some community service, but you'll be able to get back in.
Community service.
I'm intrigued as to why you know that. Fabulous. That's canon. Now, I'm gonna remember that.
It is totally canon because when Link went there in elementary school, he defaced one of the pictures, going, "I can make this better," and used a crayon on it.
Oh God.
Memories, like the corners of our mind.
I will say that as soon as Jules goes into her room, she immediately notices that the newspaper is gone, and she starts freaking out that Ivan Ooze walked away with the newspaper.
Fabulous. And we're gonna let you be freaked out about that. Let's as you all come downstairs, let's have Jules do the technology roll just to see what happens. But yeah, so you'll come downstairs. Ernie
22.
is fixing himself. What'd you get? A 22? Okay.
22.
Ernie is fixing himself a cup of coffee. And he kind of goes around and goes, "Oh, did Freddie wake up?"
No.
Yeah, he's still resting. He's just gonna need to. Yeah, he's just gonna need a little sleep. He'll be fine.
He's not dead, I promise.
That's good. That I would hope you'd lead with that. If that were a thing, I'd been like taken to the hospital.
Felix is gonna like face palm.
All I'm
So
saying is
He's not dead. Thank you.
He's not
Thank
dead.
you for letting me know he's not.
You're
good
welcome.
kid.
Absolutely.
So,
definitely not a dead good kid.
that's good. Thanks. Yeah.
So Link is gonna like walk up and take Ernie's like cup of coffee out of his hand and like set it on the counter and go, "Okay." So before he passed out, Freddie said to us, "Tell Ernie it's worse than we thought," and then I want to see what his reaction is.
Anyone that is focused on Ernie, I want you to give me a deception roll to see if you can figure out see if you can gauge.
Can I substitute persuasion with diplomacy since Link is actually going into this as a negotiation more so than anything else?
Sure.
Sorry, we're doing what?
Deception roll
Deception.
to see if
Even
you
though-
can if you're being deceived by Ernie.
Oh, I see. I guess we don't really have a perception option, do we?
Alertness would be the closest one, but that doesn't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does not fit
This is-
the situation.
Much closer. Yeah, it's
Oh, it
much
is
closer.
perception. Okay. So we're still doing deception.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God. Why? Why? There we go. Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and the camel.
Oh, and the camel.
And the camel. I tell you all, I always need the camel to carry my baggage.
That just reminded me of dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow.
Yeah.
19.
Right, so except for Alex, who is just maybe not at a good angle, or maybe you're just not too worried about this. Either way, he's trying hard not to react, failing at it. If you were just like looking at him like across of the counter and he was like, "And your total will be 15 something," when he was excited about the sale, but he's very much trying not to react And he goes, "That's oh boy, why is he telling you to tell me that?
Uh,
What happened at Infinite Value?"
I'm gonna give him the Cliff Notes of Infinite Value,
Oh,
and then I'm gonna be like, and then we found the inside of the van.
what do you mean?
Don't worry about it.
I feel like I should a little bit. But okay, well,
So why are people dying every 40 years? Why is that a thing? Why did 5 people die every 40 years? You've been here for how long? I mean, I don't mean to say how old are you, but like you're old enough to at least remember the last 40. It's the
yeah, it
last
really
time
sucks.
this happened.
I mean, that's why
Okay.
Power Rangers are here. Well, hoping, at least.
So there were other
Hoping.
teams of Rangers before us?
You know
No.
things.
Oh no, been waiting for you guys for a long time. Okay,
40
we didn't have you
years.
before. Longer than that. Since the town was created, every 40 years, Ivan pops up, takes 5 kids, 5 teens. It's like the freaking lottery or something. And you know, most people don't think about it because they don't want to think about it. But you know, some of us we're not Power Rangers. But after we saw what happened in Angel Grove, after we saw what they did, we were hoping we could have that too. And maybe somebody could stop Ivan. Freddie always wanted to be a Power Ranger, and I told him that's not something. I don't know that's something you're qualified for, but you know, who the hell am I to tell you should be a Power Ranger or not? I just, if he got affected by the gas, he's probably hurt because he's probably would think a Power Ranger wouldn't be affected by the gas. Poor kid.
He's not a Power Ranger.
Well, no, I mean, unless you know something I don't know about him. I mean, apparently he's did something to the van without telling me, which I don't like. But
So it's not like he like put anything. He put some shit behind a panel. Like it's not like he like redid the van.
Is it like a creepy thing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Little
all right.
bit.
It's
I'm concerned about that.
he was researching the events.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. He had to leave high school because of that. Because he just wouldn't let it go.
He had to leave high school for
He wouldn't let it
researching.
go. He wouldn't let it go, and
Teach us.
he wouldn't shut up about it. So he's had a hard life. Okay, they keep him safe. You know.
They basically teach us to avoid anything that has to do with the gaps.
Yeah, and he wouldn't shut up about it. So they all but kicked him out of school, and he came here to live with me because nobody else would take him in. So yeah, he's a good kid. He wants really hard to be a Power Ranger, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I couldn't help but notice there were 5 Power Rangers in Angel Grove. I don't know why I'm getting an accent now when I'm talking like this, but I couldn't help but noticing there were 5 Power Rangers in Angel Grove, and there were 5 kids or teens that always got taken by Ivan. And you know, I'm not stupid. I don't know. I'm being honest. I don't know, but I'm hoping to God maybe Power Rangers can stop Ivan and just stop what's been happening.
So far, we've been doing okay.
Yeah, you've been doing good.
You've been doing good. You're good, guys. You're good. You're good, you.
Just my stupid cousin in Angel Grove only gave me so much information, so I don't know everything. But I just, after I heard about you and after Freddie started seeing the videos, I thought, hey, you know, maybe we could have some of that
visions.
Videos.
The videos, you know, you guys have like a whole, not you guys, but like the Angel Grove Rangers, they got like a whole YouTube page of like people. There was like there was like these dudes on unicycles that are really creepy. Someone got like a video of that. Yeah, there's like
Right.
a whole series of YouTube videos about the Power Rangers. Have you not seen it?
No, and
It's really popular. It's got like 3 million hits, like the first video.
To
given
be
the
fair,
fact that
I don't know a lot.
Okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, every 40 years Ivan Ooze pops up from somewhere and you know,
Did you have did you have anything to do with did you know any of the people that might have
everybody
dealt with
knows. They just
Ivan
don't
40 years ago?
well, they just don't know they know. It's after Ivan goes back to sleep or goes back into hibernation or whatever the hell Ivan does after he takes his 5 victims, um, it's very rare for anybody to remember the 5 victims. Like, you see the obituaries, you see an obituary about someone dying in a house fire, having their house collapse on them, or like just like disappearing. It's all code. It's all code because people choose to forget, and I just that's why I lost my mayoral candidacy, was because I was about as weird as Freddie, but I was slightly more discreet about it, I guess, in my younger years.
So
They didn't want an idealistic young whippersnapper as mayor, and I guess I can understand why.
so did you lose any of your memories during that time?
I don't know.
That makes
That's
sense.
I hope not.
entirely fair.
I really hope not. I try really hard, but this happens every 40 years. No one knows why, and I hate it. We deserve better. That's why
I agree.
when we saw you kids, that's why when Freddie saw you kids and brought you back here, I thought, I can give him somewhere safe to work from, but I didn't want you to tell me anything you didn't want to tell me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we're not allowed to.
Oh, you're not?
the only
Yeah,
reason
I
we're
guess
even having this
that makes sense.
the only reason we're even having this conversation now is because you already seem to have an idea of what's going on.
And you've
I mean, I've been
talked-
looking out for I've been looking out for the Power Rangers for however long I've been looking for we've always had stories. There's always stories of like mythical good guys defeating mythical bad guys. I was like, hey, if it's not the Power Rangers, maybe we'll get like a Superman Justice League thing going on. But I was hoping eventually something would come.
Can I ask you a question out of character for a second?
Yeah.
Does he keeps mentioning Power Rangers? Is that only because of what happened in Angel Grove, or is he mentioning that because like that's what they were looking for?
That's what the Angel Grove YouTube channel is called. Someone named them the Power Rangers.
Right. So the only reason he's
What
I'm saying is like the only reason he's wishing like that Centurion Ridge has Power Rangers is because of those videos from Angel Grove, right? Not because like there was some sort of like idea about the Power Rangers like in the past, or is that something that like he doesn't remember?
It's something he doesn't have words for yet.
Okay, work. Okay. So the other thing too is I'm gonna kind of like break the conversation because I can see that Ernie is probably getting a little fatigued of us grilling him.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna say I talked to Ernie earlier about if he has any information to help us in our efforts, and I'm gonna like flash the tickets. And I think we should investigate here next.
Oh, hey, what was on the show the docket for this week? It's not the.
It's the double feature. It's the Brides of Dracula, and then it's the other one is called The Sacrifice. And when I saw they were showing The Sacrifice, I was like, that sounds
Oh, great!
was
It's
gonna
a
do- I
horror
was
movie
gonna do
double
the
feature.
whole shenanigan thing, but, like, it's the phrase "the sacrifice." I mean, come on, if Ivan's not gonna show up there, where the hell else is he gonna show up, you know?
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a horror movie name, but you already have them. So, like, you can see Link is like racking his brain. What's on the docket this week? What's on the dock? Ah, crap! It's a horror movie. No wonder I didn't pay attention.
But yeah, she's gonna be there. It's the it's the Enchantress. So of course, I have a name right now. Sarina's gonna be there. Yeah, she's hosting her horror movie marathon. Oh, I guess you're a kung fu person, aren't you? Aren't you? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like when they're not showing the kung fu marathons, they do horror marathons. They do like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then they have Sarina come in. So it's a Sarina, but like it's going to be a large group of like punk alt kids, and wherever a large group of people is going to be, I can't imagine that Ivan's not like chomping at the bit. You
Yeah.
know?
Maybe we should go check this place out.
Considering it's
Yeah.
horror movies, if he's not at this, he's dropping the ball.
Yeah.
You want? I've got some monster movie makeup and some costumes if you want to dress up for it, because some people do. I guess while we're being real honest here, did anyone feel called to come? Did anyone?
I've been
What do you
part of
mean?
this city as long as I can remember.
I mean, that might work. I mean, like, did you have like a gut feeling when you came across like the city line, or you have like a gut feeling like when you got here, or like
So above
when you were
table,
born here, were there like trumpets?
above table, is there a role we could do to see if we could, because I would not have ever made that decision, and I feel like that's not a decision I want to make
Okay, that's fine.
outwardly. Do you know what I mean? Like I would like it to be decided for me, if that makes sense. Feels
You
more
can do a culture. You can do a culture roll
okay.
if you want.
Yeah. It feels less contrived if something does it for me.
That's fine.
I mean, I left LA and went to Stone Canyon and came here. Something made me come here.
And it wasn't the music scene.
No.
Link's gonna shrug. I mean, this place is. I've never left, if that matters.
18.
I've never felt the need to leave.
I've already answered this question.
So with all of that, it's actually what Alex says, and he looks at Alex for a long time. Like it doesn't become uncomfortable, but it's like he's like looking out and he goes, "Look, I know that you've got like a surly thing going on. It's a real important question. Okay? I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to know everything. But if you were chosen, there's stories, things that people that are chosen come to find here. They're supposed to be able to defeat Ivan. We've all been looking for them for a long time. So if you're chosen, just keep an eye out. That's all I'm asking."
Satellite dish in the cereal box.
Baby, what color was it?
Is it yellow? I assume it was yellow. It was pink.
Yeah, because when you took it, it was when you so you grabbed it and it changed color. So
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh well, it's probably maybe something like that, but just keep an eyeball out for anyone saying anything.
Well, there was this cult we ran into in the sewers.
Well, what kind of cult did you run into in the sewers?
A lot of
Sewer
questions.
dwelling cult?
Stinky ones.
Sorry.
They were really into the 5 of us. Like they really sort of thought we were.
Yeah.
There was
special.
wait, am I remembering correctly that there was energy, right? There was the purple lightning down there or something?
Yeah. That's where I got my drill.
Yeah, but I don't remember you. Okay, let's be clear. I don't remember the whole circumstances of when you got your
Yeah.
weapon because it wasn't my weapon. And I know that sounds narcissistic, but like it's just how my brain works sometimes. Sorry.
No, there was the black goo monster. There was some writing on the wall, and they kept
Okay.
talking about something called Magnus Deo, which is what their cult is named off table. But yeah, there was no purple lightning down there. But they had the drill saber essentially waiting for someone.
Okay.
They, yeah, they had. We've been finding these weapons around the last couple adventures we've been on, and they had one of them. And when it chose Alex, they seemed really excited by that. So I don't know if they have some sort of idea as to what these things are. Maybe more than that robot does. He says,
Is that
offhand,
the voice? Comes downstairs every once in a while.
Aye.
Are you talking to a robot?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
robot. We don't
That's neat.
really have all
That's
the
super cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very yeah. No, that's cool. That's great. Robots are great. Yeah.
But before we go check this place out, do you have any idea of who these people might be?
I wish I knew more. I just know that there are enough people to get their memories screwed with that go the same way Freddie went further. That people living in the sewers is not exactly a surprise. Mayor's kind of a dick about it, and his brothers know better.
Well, that works for me. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah. I haven't actually. I have an idea. Might be a stupid idea, but I do have an idea. Since this is a horror movie situation and there will be people in costumes anyway, would it be the worst idea for us to be morphed and just say we're dressed up as the Power Rangers? Give fake names if need be. Thought could be
We could always.
could be stupid, but that way we don't have to worry about morphing in front of people and like giving away our secrets.
We should probably consult with the robot, and if we can get away with it, we can just call ourselves by our colors.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean that's again, it might be a stupid idea, but
The problem is,
just a
are
thought.
we escalating, and we're not supposed to.
Well, it doesn't mean that we have to escalate just because we're morphed already.
It's preparation.
Yeah, it's just preparation in case we need to, and that way we're ready, prepared. It's just a thought. Again, we can ask Alpha. That's fine. I'm not married to the idea, but it's just a thought.
As you say that, Jules, upstairs, you are able to hack into the grid. Unfortunately, the information saved on the server is not very much because the Historical Society, for all of its faults and foibles, doesn't make that much money, sadly. That's why they have like a gala like 4 times a year for fundraising. You get back a couple of days, but somebody has like not inserted a virus, but somebody's already gone through the footage. So it looks like somebody overlaid footage onto footage.
Damn it. Okay. I head down the stair. I head back to meet with the rest of the group to let them know what I found. And to complain that Ivan Ooze apparently escaped with the newspaper, that the newspaper's gone.
oh, That's my fault. He was doing. He was. It looked like he was trying to mess with stuff, and I didn't want him to mess with any of your computer things, so I stuffed him in a tube.
You stuffed him in a tube?
Yeah, like one of those poster holders. So he's currently tied up.
That sounds kinky.
Only if only that was enough to hold him. All right. So I would like all of you out of table to make a choice because we are at the point where we can head to the next adventure. But you've also gotten a lot of information tonight. So are people interested in continuing on to the Enchantress and having the adventure, or because we're now at a couple hours, right? Math is not my strong suit.
We're almost
ironically,
at
but-
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
No.
So what are people's
Yeah,
thoughts?
we are almost 2.5. I can't math, clearly. I mean, how long would the encounter be with the roughly? Do you think? How long do you think it would be?
The encounter could easily go probably a couple more hours. I would cut it off before a thing would happen. Like I would cut it off where the power weapon potentially is, and then we'd come back to it. But the setup and all the things, we're here at least another hour if we decide yes. So I want.
I'm okay with it, but I'm also I'm not the only one in my time zone. So Eric, what do you think?
I will say 4 a.m. comes pretty early for me.
I was actually going to say I would actually rather wait and do it next session personally, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's what we'll let that majority kind of rule, which is perfectly fine because there was a lot of information he passed along in conversation that I'm glad we finally have. There's always more to find out because there is something going on in Centurion Ridge. Ivan has been here a long time, and who knows exactly what kind of effect that has actually had. But Ernie is very glad the Power Rangers are here. Um, Even though he may not have all the answers, he's hoping for good things, and hope is always an important thing to have. And we hope that we will see you in 2 weeks' time for another episode of Power Rangers Centurion. Next week at the same time, or all throughout the day. I don't know if you're doing them. Are you doing them all throughout the day in the podcast on the YouTube page? So next Wednesday, you can check out the Shadows of Nox YouTube to listen into all the one-shots. That includes the one-shots where Leia and Alex, who is going by his band name Ace then, came in. The one-shot where you meet Oz, who is the other character that Grimm plays in the Power Ranger universe.
Who I will be reprising during season 3.
Yes, which is a little sneak preview as a thank you all for everybody who is tuning in. We appreciate your time and we appreciate your energy. We still have the thing where, so we do have the Ridge Ranger Ally Club, where if people follow Shadows of Nox, they get to give a point to someone.
If you follow Shadows of Nox Twitch, you get to give the ranger of your choice an extra story point.
Yes. And those story points are very useful. Remember, you get one for every episode you come into. So don't forget to take your story point for this episode. And we'll see everyone the next time for the next episode of Power Rangers Centurion. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks a lot.